Yep.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. It is community gameplay. I am on Thunderspy if you want to join in. Also on the Discord, I have False Hurricane with me, who's just joined the group. How you doing today, False?
Oh, good.
That's good.
Being
Do
beyond
one
all the whole
change real quick.
time.
That should make it easier to hear you now. Just boosted your sound up on Discord so I can hear you better.
All right. I kind of try to play it so I can hear myself pretty clearly and hear you really, but I play with the volume stuff.
Yeah.
Boy, come on. I bought one of the Pinforian guys and what is it? His mission arc, yes.
Mission up. I'm gonna head over there now.
Yep. The Mary Jenkins, I fought Inferno and the Mary Jenkins arc as a AB in one-on-one. One of the few things I can do with this build at maximum level of APs here and there.
Yeah. I still have yet to get a character naturally up to 50. I've been jumping around too many characters. Too many servers, too many characters.
I have a whole bunch on this server.
Yeah, so I have a bunch on this server, a bunch on Homecoming, a bunch on Purgatory, a bunch on Rebirth.
No, I'm talking about a bunch of 50s on this server.
Yeah.
I have like a whole cascade I can jump at any time. My Bane and Crab actually share my false name. My Bane is false Crab, my Crab is false Bane. Pun checks too.
Oh, that's right. This guy's plants, isn't he? Oh no, this is your Lucian. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I'm saying my Bane and Crab, a false Crab is the Bane, false Bane is the Crab. Bane is the opposite of what they are. And nothing was escaping there alive.
Yeah. Go this way. Portal up here to get. Oh, two of them up here. Excellent.
It's like 9 of them we need to get.
Yeah.
That's what I saw from the count.
Okay, got a stairway up here. Just a little bank vault room. Always worth checking everywhere. Random placement of stuff. Okay, so put that, we went that way. I think we got all of this area.
Finding you guys here.
Oh, nope, never mind. Here.
Yeah, looks like we're clear on this side. I'll double check this on the side, look at the side rooms
Okay.
for the elevator. But other than that, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, I think
Nope,
all
nothing there.
we have left. I'm looking at the map now. Is the elevator. So I'll meet you up at the top of. Ooh, orange. What, Salvation? I think it was. I just got. Get up there. We got everything in this room. Okay, there. Checking to see if we miss anything.
Might be stuck down mist. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like hospital boss or something chatting at the top. He's chatting at the top. That means there's at least one or two of these things down here.
Yeah, that one. Here. And in here.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, I'm actually.
Joining us.
Hey, when I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do another server other than Homecoming, I saw one of your videos to begin, and I came to Thunderspy. So appreciate your content there, bro.
Thank you.
And the craziness that surrounds some of the other private servers.
That.
Yeah. Well, I heard this thing about some private servers saying, "Oh, you can't put out City of Heroes stuff unless we approve of it." Did you do that one? Of that?
There were some a while back ago, like Homecoming was saying that.
Yeah, I just didn't name them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, everyone has a story about Homecoming. So.
Yeah.
Always found that
Joining
funny.
us you're gonna just hang out with us here?
Oh, I'm going to be here for a little bit. I told you that earlier, Pulse.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I
Sure.
I decided to establish whenever you guys are on and discussing stuff. I thought, well, if I'm invited, over. I do like my City of Heroes. It's kind of weird. All my friends think I'm crazy.
I don't know why. It's a great game.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? So here's the deal, right? I mean, if I was to have the perfect game, right? It'd have some of the atmosphere, environment of DCUO. Okay, because the zones. Now I haven't played the game in a few years now, but when I was playing it, you know, maps, mission mechanics, and all that. And then when you're flying, you get this slight change in background noise. It's not even overpowering. You don't even got to lower your settings for it, but you get this kind of slight atmospheric music going on when you're up high altitude. And of course, you know, flying around those cities like Gotham's always at night. Now, yeah, of course, you can't do Gotham. It's a trademark copyright thing. But you know, just the city's geography. I mean, everything works together pretty well. And let's say, I hand it to DCO for figuring out what was iconic about those places. Okay, so can that be translated into? Yeah, it can be translated into other games. Not the copyright, but the iconography, the kind of feel you get for a zone.
Yeah.
So I got to hand it to DCO for that, but that's not going to make a game for me. That would be great, though. And of course the zones, how high up you can go before you can when you're flying, how big the zones are, how much underground you got in some zones, some rail stations or whatnot. It's all good. And that's DCUO. As for customization palette, I still, even as outdated as it is, I hand it off to Champions Online. Now there might be a better one out there that I haven't tried yet, but Champions Online, when it came to customization palette for a character, freaking crazy. Right?
Considering it's made by the exact same team that made City of Heroes.
Yeah, Cryptic.
Yeah.
I mean, Cryptic did that. And then, of course, I would be playing that game probably a little bit more even. Well, I haven't touched that in a couple of years, too. Now, when I heard about, the Cryptic, Perfect World Entertainment took over that management.
Yeah.
And microtransactions are a great way to kill off a whole, a large portion of your loyal fans.
Yep.
You do your microtransaction wrong. Lots of people do it wrong. So, but, character customization palette, yeah, okay, Champions Online. And then finally, okay, why am I still playing City of Heroes, right? Game mechanics. How do you set up? How much do you get out of a set? Could they do more sets? Sure. No, I'm not arguing that they couldn't even do more. But when it comes to, you're selecting power sets, and yeah, maybe you should build a character out of 3 sets and not 2, but the fact is I still consider it to be the best way to put together a character and affect your character's performance and what you have to do to earn an upgrade. I mean, that I consider Champion, and that's why I'm playing it. When I talked about the other 2, and now I'm talking about City of Heroes, and I'm just playing the City of Heroes. So obviously, the character, how I make a character, it's got enough customization option. It inspired Champions Online. So that's where it's at with the City of Heroes, is that you got purple sets, and as far as some of the things they do in Homecoming, I like some of the things they do in Homecoming as far as what is a merit worth, what's an Imperium worth. But I love that Thunderspy for what it allows me to do with characters, and they simplified the invention system. So my perfect game would be the amalgamation of all these things, and I probably would lose my job, lose all my personal relationships, and live in a dark corner of some place playing that game.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
when you talk about your perfect game, I'm worried that Star Reach is going to be that for me.
Star Reach?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to look that up. I don't got a lot of time.
So, have you ever played Star Wars Galaxies?
Yes, and I can say a lot about that. Yes.
So, Star Reach is being made by the same developer that worked on the mechanics for Star Wars Galaxies. He's the one that put in the whole entire city building, the whole entire classless system, the way crafting works, and that mattered in the game because crafters made the best stuff. Entertainers being buffers and stuff like that, right?
I want to correct something, by the way. I played Star Wars The Old Republic, but I know people who were in the ground up for Galaxy. So
yeah, I was in the early stages of beta for Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah, and I know a guy who was arguably the second richest. He was arguably the richest guy on his particular server. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm listening, though. Yeah.
So, but it's that developer doing that, but that developer also worked on Ultima Online back in the day when they were going to have a whole entire ecosystem where things were balanced out. If there weren't enough plants, there wouldn't be that many herbivores, which means that there wouldn't be that many carnivores, and it all balanced out. And they had to yank that out of the game because in an early version of Alpha, the players went around and killed all of the herbivores, making it so that the carnivores had nothing to eat, so they all died out.
Yeah.
And so they yanked it out.
Yeah.
Star's Reach has a plan for that, where you can basically own a planet and you can govern the rules of that planet, including the things of how much of an animal you can kill. Right.
I'll put it to you this way. A game I would like to see, though, may not be, and maybe I should leave a comment on their forums, not that they're already into development. By the way, are they doing a GoFundMe startup thing, or are they got a major? Or are they being sponsored by a development company?
They're independent.
Okay, so
this is a big name developer that's been around for a long time, and I think they're basically using their own money to do this whole entire thing.
I kind of look at it this way: is I've been hoping they'd come out with a space opera game, basically, kind of science fiction. I'm kind of played out on the whole sword and sorcery thing. That your thing, you go for it. But but a space opera, you got a planet, and basically you can have it. You get like your headquarters, right? If I'm going to put this in the terms we've already seen in games, your throne room, basically. Is literally where people go visit, basically your super group base, right? That's your throne room. You can have, your palace or whatnot. And it can be, if they do a good job with it, you can have a lot of presets. Like you can have a very functional palace, or headquarters. If you call it headquarters, I guess. But and all that. But you'd also have a emissary, or a character who's kind of like, who do you talk to when you talk to this empire? And again, if you've ever played Masters of Orion 2, for instance, or
I played Masters of Orion.
You always had an emissary. You had a face for the Empire. And that would be kind of cool. And of course, your costume options would be dependent on what your empire. And I say empire, it's not even a hard. Not everything is an empire. Some things are federations, but what you're talking about is something where they're apparently going to do something where your choices, like policies on, for me it's always been, if you try to boil down a fun, not too heavy economic profile for say an empire or something, the difference between centralized control and free enterprise, and you could almost get away with that being the defining quality, like it was like like for instance, agriculture,
Mhm.
total centralized control. The inevitability with centralized control is that you can stomp on a whole lot of corruption. You'll always have a little, but at the same time, you're kind of almost stomping on independent innovation. And so in the game terms, it would represent when do you get critical successes? Well, you don't get critical successes often, but you also are highly immune to intrigues and plots. The difference between centralized, authoritarian Overwatch.
Yeah. And hey,
Yeah.
Stick Masters Lab, how's it going? So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of games coming out that I'm really interested in. That's the number one is Stars Reach, but I'm also interested in Dune Awakening.
Oh, okay.
And
I was wondering when.
Yeah, and that's going into early access soon. And then there's Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen interests me, and Monsters and Memories interests me.
Well, shoot, all that sounds good. I mean, Pantheon.
But the Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen and Monsters and Memories, both of those are the fantasy type games that you're trying to get away from.
Well, I just if it's a good story, like I always wonder. I would always love it if we had like things we could do for they kind of do this in AE with again using terms we've already seen. Having a kind of like COH, but it's all about making a legend or a myth.
Yeah. So both Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen and Monsters and Memories are designed to bring back the original feel of EverQuest.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so the hardcore EverQuest where you needed to group up just to take on greens and blues.
Yeah, no, I do remember that actually. When you got high enough level, that was something.
Oh no, even low levels.
Well, by the 20s, I was already experiencing where I could take on a blue by the 20s, but by the time I got into the 30s, and I'm talking way back in EverQuest.
Yeah. Well, what class were you playing?
Oh, I was playing an elite stack of hit points. I was the best dot in the game. That's what I was called. I was playing the warrior.
Oh, warrior.
Yeah, so I had lots of problems, and taking on giants over in the I forget, the Desert of Roe, I think it was.
See,
that was. I mean,
my friends weren't taking on the giants. We were taking on the Cyclopses.
Yeah, and warriors have such a bad time taking on nearly of that type.
Oh yeah.
And so I was a taunter. My taunt was always maxed out. That was the whole thing. I mean, having a high taunt, bandage binder. I had a barbarian, so I knew how to swim. My swim was always. I never had a problem swimming. And,
because you're in Hallis.
Yeah, or haul ass.
No, I had a Dark Elf Shadow Knight as my main on EverQuest.
Yeah.
And then my secondary was a very, very rich, low-level erudite mage.
Oh, a mage?
Yeah, I mean he was like level 30 and had 100,000 plat.
Yeah.
And that wasn't given to by my main. That he earned all himself.
If you wanted to, I hear that back in the day it was erudite enchanters are the real. They do jewelry as a craft, and of course they can enchant their own metal, right? So they're not going to get charged themselves for it. And there was just a money making. It was a plat making machine back in the day.
Well, the way I made my plat was I was the go-to person in my guild to be a bank runner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we'd go out in in the ocean between
Were you a transporter, basically?
Caldum
Mage?
and Freeport. There's an
Yeah.
island that has a bunch of Cyclopses on them.
Yeah.
And they drop plats worth of copper. And because copper weighs something,
Right. No,
they
get
basically
the-
load my character down so much so that
They cut you in for a percentage.
well that I couldn't move.
Right, so you had to mage. Was it the?
Yeah,
the
the gate, and I was bound right in front of the banker. And so I'd go
So
and
you
do
didn't have
that.
to move.
I'd turn all the copper into plat, and then
Yeah.
I'd take the long boat ride back to where they were, hand them their split, and they would each hand me like a plat.
Yeah, I get it. So where's our mage? Well, you see that little pile of copper, or you see that pile of copper over there? That's him.
Yeah. The guy who's
see a
unable
mage.
to
I just see a
move
big
right
old pile
now,
of copper.
he's the one.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
what? Someone's buried under that pile of copper? Yeah, that's the mage. Hold on. I think he's trying to wiggle his fingers. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna cast.
He's casting bind or gate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was quite a deal. I mean, shoot, I got paid flat just to. I'd have at the low levels as a barbarian. I was a guide. This is way back, right? So I would be fighting, and I'd have a mage show up of any sort, and they'd say, "Hey, yeah, can you get me through here without any problem?" Because mages hated wasting time fighting stuff, and they were constantly getting harassed if they ran through, and they get into dead ends in Hollis. And you got at least I think 5 or 6 dead ends you can run into. And I knew this place like the back of my hand, so he says, "I'll give you a plat if you run me through here." I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, the way my Shadow Knight made money was by corpse retrieval.
Yeah.
Being able to summon corpses.
Yeah, that was funny, is because I actually did that in right outside of the cottage was that wood at night that was full of dead. I forget what it's called, the woods. It was something wood. It started with a K, I think, or something. And I could track a body as a ranger, I think, and I had macroed, which you could do in EverQuest. You could set up your macros, and I could drag a body. I'd be running nonstop and just mashing that a body.
Yeah, that's what rogues would do with a really good hide or sneak skill. But I mean, all I'd have to do is just team up with the person, enter the zone, cast the spell, and then it appears right in front of me.
Yeah, no, I did things the hard way every time.
Yeah, and so people liked me for that, and I would always be camped out near Lower Guck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that's where you always get the train to zone.
Back in the day, before there was World of Warcraft.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, World of Warcraft changed. I think the biggest problem I think EverQuest had, and I don't know if they ever fixed it before I moved on to something else. That's like City of Heroes. And the thing that City of Heroes broke through on is they got rid of the ninja loot system.
Yeah.
Right. And I can, ninja loot system was just terrible. We're watching that health bar, and as soon as something changed on that health bar, we're all going for who got it by milliseconds. I was pretty good at I was a pretty good party leader, and so everyone would do the roll 100, and if there was, you already had this informal need greed system already in the game. It just there was no mechanic for it. It was just we would be up at high pass, and of course we'd always get, we'd be running this team, and we'd get that one nuke caster. I want to say a wizard. I forget who the nuke caster was. A major or a wizard. I mean, they both could nuke, but one could nuke slightly better than the other. Those are called. But so we'd get that one nuke caster who'd come in, wait until we beat it to half its life, and then they'd nuke it the rest of the way and loot it.
Yeah.
And that was bad, and so we were getting pretty ticked off. So, and this happened a couple times. I mean, I'd tell everybody to beat it to about 60%, and they just stop. And they just suddenly stop without, just when it gets to about half, stop hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
And they would, but the nuke caster didn't know that, so he would nuke it to 10% of its life, and then it would turn around and start beating his ass out of the zone. Because after he get a nuke, he couldn't get a second nuke for a while. He didn't have the mana for it. And we do this again, and I'd literally be watching these casters running around with this nearly dead orc, A-orc, not an orc, right? I mean, there's a different names there. And these A-orcs would go around, I'd literally be watching these things, just kicking, this guy's running in, this crack, crack, like, okay, yeah, goodbye. Yeah, you can stop that.
Yeah, what was it? When I was in Lower Guck, I was grouped up with some guys that were new to the game, and I was trying to help them get to an area, and I was playing death pulling, and I told everyone, look, I'm gonna be playing death pulling. If you guys stay back, listen to everything I say. If you follow me, you die. I will watch you die.
Right.
And there was like a paladin, a cleric, and some caster with us. And the paladin decided to follow me during a pull, and I turned around, there he is, and I'm in mid-pull with the whole entire group right behind me. And I just feigned death right in front of him. He's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, what did I say? He said not to follow. And he goes, well, can I get a res? And the cleric's just like, yeah, no, he said not to follow. You broke his rule. It's your fault. Find your own res. The cleric finally did res him, but the guy had to pay like 10 plat for the res.
Yeah. Well, that was another good thing they did when they started upping the level cap is they made better reses too. But everything had an end there. Everything kind of had I think maybe the Warriors had the least financial end, but everything what is it? Shaman had alchemy for the potions.
Well, they also had the Spirit of the Wolf that they would sell casting on, just like the Enchanters had Clarity that they would sell. What was it? Wizards and Druids until Luckland, or Plains of Knowledge, had Teleportation that they could sell.
Yeah, exactly.
But then that got broken with Plains of Power, because then anyone could go up to the Plains of Power and teleport to wherever they wanted to go themselves.
Right. I mean, there was a lot of different things. Everyone, it was an interesting economy. Yeah. Like I said, I think the only thing the Warrior had is a high strength, which allowed them to just carry the most crap on them, and they could do
that and Constitution.
Yeah, and of course, blacksmithing. If that was useful to anyone, blacksmithing literally required. I mean, the materials were heavy.
The only thing that blacksmithing was really required for was making that was worthwhile was the epic weapons.
Right.
Everything else was it was pointless to craft. You got better gear just from doing quests and dungeon runs.
So the way it worked for blacksmithing is that you would work up your level by producing stuff, and then you would, if someone didn't need it, which often they didn't, like you said, then you would sell it back to the vendor to recoup your losses for increasing your skill. That's all it was. I'm increasing my skill, and I'm losing a little bit as I go because I'm selling it back as I go. And so, I mean, that was kind of how it worked. But you were eventually working on that blacksmithing. I'm going to have to go here in a minute, unfortunately, guys.
Okay.
I mean, I told that to False, but I wanted to stop by, see how you were doing. Appreciated your content, by the way, on the YouTube and all that.
Thank you.
Helped me out. Yeah, good conversation. Sharon, if you don't mind, could you send me a list? If you could message me a list of the games you mentioned today. You mentioned Star Reach.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Pantheon. And you mentioned 2 or 3 others. That's
Monsters in Memories.
Yeah. Okay.
And Dune Awakening.
Dune Awakening.
Yep. Monsters in Memories is being made by developers that originally worked on EverQuest.
Yep. Okay, that's what you said. Yeah. So yeah, all sounds good and interesting. So just to help remind me, send me a private message saying, "Hey, can I get the list of those MMOs you're looking forward to?" Yeah. Okay, let me do that right now. Can I get a list of the you're looking for? That's terrible here. You are looking for. That's
and I'll actually send you links and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Because Monsters and Memories, Dune Awakening, Stars Reach, all of them also have Discord channels.
Yeah, I'll end up looking them up. Especially Stars Reach. I love myself a good sci-fi that.
Oh yeah.
If they got a space operatic, where you actually.
Well, think of it as sort of a mix between Star Wars Galaxies with being able to edit the terrain like you can in No Man's Sky.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get going. I gotta go.
All right, talk to you later.
Yep.
That was Chester, by the way.
Oh, Chester.
I play with a little.
Cool.
So. Never a dull moment.
Okay, got that done. Let me go ahead and we're gonna go to Talos Island.
That's where I just was.
Hey, gotta run you around in circles, right?
It happened.
Talos Island. There we go.
Mac and cheese with beef and vegetables all mixed together. Been eating while you guys were chatting there. So I'm with you guys. Yeah. Night. Because everyone's out today. And I had to take care of things this morning, so I couldn't end up going to Sesame-Place with my the sister-in-laws, but I think it was just sister-in-laws and the grandma today. And all the little ones. I have a whole bunch of nieces and nephews at this point.
Ah. Yeah, I have one nephew right now. That's about it. Our family's spread all across the United States.
We're pretty much in Jersey, but
yeah,
we're pretty much in Jersey.
Most of us are on the West Coast, but some of us are over on the East.
There's 3 nieces, 2 nephews with I think another niece and another nephew coming. I think. I'm not exactly sure, but that's like November, December, so that somewhere around then I might not be around for a little bit. I'm not sure though, depending on how things go with everything. But
that's fine, you know, spending time with family is always a good thing.
Got that, yeah. That was why I wasn't around there with all the new ones being bored there. The last little gap I had.
Those. Go through these buildings here. Tall buildings, if you can call them that. He goes after you, and right behind him is a whole entire group of my whole entire pack.
After I aggroed it, that was a perfect aggro.
Yeah.
Without even trying.
No communication, no nothing. Just happened.
I perfectly threw the silk rod just to aggro me, and then he just rolled through. I was like, oh, yeah, that works. That's what I thought would happen, but it works out perfectly. I can't complain.
Yeah, one game I've heavily gotten into is, what is it? Deep Rock Galactic. Oh man, I've been having so much fun with that game.
I've really play this, and occasionally, I'm not sure if you heard of the old Adventure Quest.
Yes, I've heard of and played Adventure Quest.
It's still on. I play
Yeah.
the old version pretty much once in a while. I'm waiting for their holiday thing to start, because their only holiday thing is limited to just the holidays. If you're not on during the holidays, you can miss it quickly. Otherwise, I kind of play more for the holiday stuff and holiday rares.
There it is. Back. So many different rooms. I love the fact that they have these cave buildings. You know, these cave systems that actually have buildings in them, like the Circle of Thorns stuff. And, you know, this, council,
Set up.
you know, bunker bases.
Yeah.
Makes it really interesting. Go that way. Go this way.
For my trick-or-treating, one of my costumes.
I'll check it out when we get outside.
But I think it works best with at least my powers. Once we get into more open area.
That poor werewolf.
Leave me alone. Where my hurricane truck just get at that other thing.
There. Nice enhancement.
I use that. I use my missed. Okay, that's what it is.
Okay, got a clue. Not the mission objective.
One of them at least. We have 3 more towards the back, it looks like.
I wonder if I'll be able to get 39 or 40 today.
Will be pretty close the other day, or will you just got 39?
Because I'm almost a quarter away through 39.
Maybe spread out and give us more guys to fight. Probably do it quicker. Take out the clockwork on my own during the so-called task force during the snaps thing.
Yeah.
On my own with this build at that level. That was before I got all my incarnate stuff set up.
Cool.
All my incarnate stuff does really help me maintain my endurance better. 90% of it. Uses my chances with putting down AD things. The way I have it set up.
There we go. If it gives us. Hey, we're done here. Maxing out. The missions. And to Brickstown. Light. I'm surprised I'm not getting XP quicker.
I'm saying make the big group so it makes the groups a little bigger for us.
Yeah,
We
could do that.
probably that could probably help it along a little bit.
You want the groups bigger. I'm gonna do ×2.
Whatever you think you can handle. I think we can handle more than that. 'Cause I do
Well,
×8 on my
let's slowly notch it up.
own. I'm with that. If we notch it that way, we can do it that way. I'm not picky with the way we do it.
Hey, Axel, how's it going, my friend? Let's see. We need Brickstown is what we're going for. Oh no, it's Boomtown that we need, not Brickstown. Oops. Boomtown is off of
Steel, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. So let me go back over to Steel.
Or we can take the base.
Let's Steel.
That's towards the back. That's actually where what's his name hangs
I'm
out.
just so used to using non-base teleporters that
I set that up to make it easy for us.
yeah.
Purposely. So I don't know those things. That was like a week's mission for me.
Well, I was already at the train station anyway, so I just jumped over, went to Steel north, so I could enter Boomstown. So probably would have taken the same amount of time. Actually, I'm in the northwest of the United States, and life is actually doing really good. Been keeping busy.
I'm waiting for hear something from B because I know all those hurricanes kind of went in Florida and stuff. And he didn't know he's not in Florida, but he's close to some of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I'm kind of, you know, you think he's like in Louisiana or something.
Yeah, those hurricanes.
No.
The back-to-back hurricanes are just ugh.
Yep, I didn't see any Babbage back there. I know where Babbage kind of bonds. I went a couple times on my own.
All of the U.S. except Alaska is south west of me. You got a point there. You do have a point there. But I'm used to hearing, because I'm American, I'm used to actually breaking up America, northwest, northeast, or northwest, southwest, midwest, central, and east.
Some overlap with some of those
Yeah.
things too.
And then we have like Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah.
Whoa, that guy flew away real quick. Yeah, I'm thinking if this mission continues going this direction, I'm gonna notch up 2 more.
Figure it'll help you get to the level a little quicker. We notch it up to a good level, and you can kind of work from there. Because when I'm on my own, I kind of play it almost plus 4 times 8 on my own sometimes. At the top level with this thing. More effort. But
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not doing
because
that.
this is sort of like a relaxed stream, I'm also having to keep an eye on chat and things like that. I don't want to sort of over push my bounds.
Yeah, again, we kind of find a balance. I've never said no to that.
Yep.
Just saying. That's where challenge on my side doesn't hurt. Doing some nemesis today on my scrapper earlier.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And then it took me down once or twice, but I have a res on that guy, so I just kind of wait a few seconds to rip myself and then finish them off.
There's that. Let's check this out. Nothing there. There's nothing there. They go all the way up here, so. We're this way. It's.
Yeah, there's a separate door over here.
Yeah.
Elevator.
Yeah, we did. Gotta check this lockers up here.
Yep. There's something there. There's a desk here too. Nothing. So the boss is here.
Yep, I see the desk.
I think that's it. The whiteboard here.
Yep, that was it. Completed that mission, so we're gonna do turn-ins. No, J Myers, this is not the hardcore tuned. That is going to be in about 3 hours. We'll be doing that live stream.
Kind of ran into bad luck there too.
Yeah, starting a whole entire new character.
I was thinking while you were trying to make the whole thing AoE, the claws has the 3 AoEs towards the end.
Yeah.
Spin, evacuation, and shockwave. They're all AoEs technically. Varying levels.
Mission. We gotta board the train. So let's go ahead and hit M. Hill Canyon. Put a flight on. Almost halfway through the level.
What I'm saying, you get a couple more guys in there, and then suddenly you jump a little quicker.
So let's jump it up to 4.
Whatever however far you want to push it,
Yeah.
make it work.
I did times 4. Let's see what happens. I mean, even if I do get taken out, it's not gonna hurt any because I got so much XP buff
Coming
on
in the other
me.
direction.
Because the only time I play this character and the hardcore character is on Sundays. They're never touched otherwise.
You always have like extra patrol XP on them.
Yep.
I actually almost finished slotting my Fortunata too. Not completely done with it yet. I have a few more things to figure out, but
Yeah.
that build is almost done now.
Train. Load the train. Go. Oh, one of these missions. Okay. I always run around the border first.
I don't want to check obvious back there up top there so fast too. If there was anything there. Do we buy you, or you're good right now over there? We're going our own ways right now.
Say that again?
Need me over by you, or we're good? We're kind of divided right now.
We can divide.
Okay.
No, I don't use any macros like that, Axel. He thought he could get away scot-free.
Nope.
There we go. Have the big wall there, which is the natural wall. There we go.
Actually saw a hostage, so I'm kind of working towards that now real quick. Go back to running the edge there.
I'm now along the right wall. And I just saw my first hostage to get free. There we go.
Actually, I had 2 there.
Oh, nice.
Back to the edge. Throw one and saw the second one just as I pushed a little bit. Good there. We're about to meet up, actually.
There we go.
So in the process, we got like 4 people. We haven't disrupted the portal yet, but
Yeah, we
that's
still
not
got this
bad.
area down here.
I'm just kind of running the edge real fast.
Yeah.
I might run a little bit in a little bit. Get my couple. Even that was just like real fast.
Yeah, I had someone actually ask my advice on electric secondary for Masterminds. I really haven't played around with it that much, so I'm going to be doing that this week. Letting them know my thoughts on. Probably just do it in video format. Make good content.
Good. There, I know help me with my electric secondary or my nuclear I had. That made a difference. I haven't slotted that up because I want to probably rework that a little more before I really slot that. But more sets and everything, but still at least it feels with just those minor changes so much better efficiently. Like I actually work it kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, my plan is I'm going to jump onto Homecoming and I'm going to be on their test server and running my tests through there. I'm officially halfway through 39 now.
I can help find any groups here for us. Oh, I found the portal to disrupt. That's Easy enough. I can't seem to find other people though off the top.
Yeah, I'm not finding any hostages yet. I did just beat the snot of a big demon, so.
That's always good. I'm calling that down here probably up top, so we can start. You can take these guys apart a little bit. And Terra. My most powerful controls of this whole build.
Not that
Probably
range.
my hardest control in this whole build. I affected Terra.
You okay over there?
I'm good. Some allergies. Be up top somewhere, I think. Maybe just up. Roof clear down there now. Well, I found the boss guy.
Yeah, I'm just buying anything I run across just for the XP.
Yep, just see if I can find the hostages and, start hitting things again. Oh, I found one.
Nice.
Oh, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. You guys still in, yeah, I guess you are, actually. It says you're streaming.
Yep.
You guys playing COH?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What server are you playing on?
Thunderspy.
Can I join you guys?
Of course you can.
Okay.
The whole entire purpose of the stream.
Boy.
Send me text to Tiger and you'll be right in.
What you guys doing in there? You going for bad juice? Miss Sean?
Let's try to get him to 40.
Yeah.
No problema. Let me see here. And I'm not gonna see here. What's the character I'm looking to give a tail to here?
Liger.
L-Y.
Liger. Okay. All right.
There you go. Invite sent.
Thank you.
Looking for
There you
one
go.
last hostage.
Cool.
I found her.
Cool. I'll just start heading out when you guys post the next mission and rendezvous with you there.
I think most of this anyway, so.
Oh, well, if we complete the mission, I can't get in there.
Yeah.
I know. We're saying I think we cleared most of the.
Yeah, we
most
cleared
of
it and finished it, so I'm heading out.
That's what I'm saying. I think we cleared most of it to begin with, so.
Okay, so we got that mission done.
Today's Friday.
That is off of
Bricks. Bricks down.
bricks. Yeah.
Let's see if I got an easy way to get. Oops. No, I don't.
Bricks.
Yeah.
SG invited we have it through the base.
Yeah. I'm already in transit. I'll get there pretty quick.
Yeah. That's Wally. And on a regular flight. Cover.
So someday I will take the time to get this 50 I got here kitted out with some sets and whatnot, but for now it'll do a good job.
Oh yeah. Well, considering you're gonna be mentored down to level 40, you're still gonna be heck of strong.
Yeah. What I do like that about Thunderspy is they make it a little easier. You don't have to have a kitted out build to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Unless you want to challenge yourself.
Well, there's always that, right?
And that's half the fun, right?
Right. Bragging rights is what I call it. Bragging rights. You see, I soloed that AV, right? You know that, right? I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I've been doing that on this build lately.
Yeah. I mean, it's taken me a little while, but I did it.
I already have enough bragging rights in City Heroes. I don't need any more.
Yeah. back when the back in live when the Reichsman was the new thing. I know that long ago, right? 2005. I team wiped except for my brute, and my brute held that whole map until they finally everyone got back. We had what was it? Just the whole hallway was just nothing but what wasn't fifth column by then, was it? Yeah, it was fifth column. It was a reinvention.
Now, my claim to fame is to be the first person to actually do the Blapper type build.
Oh.
Everyone said that secondaries on blasters was a stupid idea. And then they saw my electric build and went, wait a second, we need to rethink this whole entire thing. He's able to hold groups of 20 mobs and just immediately led to no end and not have to worry. Like, that's what you get when you read what your secondaries do.
Right. Yeah, there is synergy. There's such a thing as synergy.
And they weren't reading what the secondaries do. And, thought nothing of draining the endurance of the mobs. And when, I read that, endurance is like mana, and everything you do, every attack you do takes energy. Right. I was like, mobs run off the same rules that the players run off of. Therefore, if I can drain them to 0 energy, they're going to stand there like idiots while I just beat them up.
Yeah, I think they, and I had a blaster I had an electric energy blaster, and I had a second, when they introduced having alternate builds, I had an alternate build with everything endurance strength. Not everything, I had a couple of skill attacks, but once I got, in a PvP, now it was my PvP, PvE was a little different with mobs, but in PvP, you drained them of all their endurance, and then all of a sudden they hated you.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend that played a fire tanker back before they nerfed fire tankers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they were really, really strong back when even the fire tankers were saying, nerf us again type situation. And I PvP'd him. And oh man, he was not happy.
Yeah, unfortunately it's, PvP, well, I knew fire tanks were going to get nerfed. I had a fire tank before it was cool, and it became really, doing direct maps and pulling everything into one shipping container, and that was cool. But I was in Steel Canyon one day, and some guy was charging to do farm mission, and someone was telling him, "Hey, it's not cool that you're charging so much. I mean, lower level characters can't afford that, and someday you might want to actually have some people on your team, And so this is this was like a week before they did the first serious nerf of fire tanks. The guy says in broadcast on Steel Canyon, fire tanks are gods. We don't need other players. I was like, we're so done. We are so cool.
Well, the thing is the electric blaster build.
Yeah.
It takes a while for you to get it up to there because you have to have short circuit and you have to have
head short circuit. Yeah.
Power sync. If you don't have those two powers, you can't do what I do. Because that's what drained all the endurance of the mobs.
They ended up changing the rules on endurance drains for PvE, going against mobs. I think eventually, but in the early days, it was exactly as you say. It was once you drained them to 0, they just couldn't do anything.
Yep.
They could brawl you. That was about it. Or they're oh no, not the brawl.
Well, it's funny because my PvP, my friend who was the firefighter tanker, he got all upset because I did my power sync short circuit thing on him.
Yeah.
And of course, I drained all his endurance, which meant all of his toggles went off, and I just held him like that forever.
Right. Good holds.
So he just thought that was unfair. I was like, what? It's in my power sets.
Yeah. Well, I know a guy who ran an original, early series, Earth Storm controller back before they nerfed tornadoes. So he could have up to 3 tornadoes going at any one time. They are all throwing down their own debuff. Yeah, no, he could perma 3. And
oh wow.
Yeah, and he got nerfed. They seriously nerfed it. I used to do I'll put it to you this way, 2.1 Phantom Armies. You're going, wait a minute, 0.1, what does that mean? I could have 2 Phantom Armies up at any given time, and I could have a third group up for a brief moment before the first one would go down. 2.1, you know? And they nerfed that to where you recast it and it decasts your first set. You know, you could never do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did those in ITFs where I could hold, you get those Cyclops in the second mission, you get those Cyclops Minotaur ambushes. And I could hold 2 fronts down and since I had a little bit of overlap on that 2.1, I could pivot. Pivot them. It was great. I had pretty good aggro control on that. And then they nerfed it. And I get it. You gotta have a game where you have community, which basically means people benefit by having you on the team. People bring their friends in, and that kind of thing happens. You know?
Yeah.
Quarter of death there.
Huh?
This little quarter of death there I set up.
Yeah, I like the Knights set, but
Yeah, the night set is pretty interesting on Thunderspy.
yeah, but I recast them as Amazons. So I thought, why not? You know. So I got them using spears here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, you can look close. Now the third one is a bit glitchy, of course. It's not always using spears. Sometimes it's not using anything at all. But I ain't dissing it. I liked what they did with it.
That's a cool concept for them.
Well, yeah, and it's not like we haven't seen that concept in comic superheroic before.
Gee, Wonder Woman, anyone?
What? Even in what's its name, Marvel, they had Valkyrie and a few other, they didn't have necessarily the warrior women thing going on, but yeah, they had equivalences. But yeah, you're right, Wonder Woman. I have no claim to originality on this character. Except how I made it work. Let me see here.
There we go.
Yep.
And the last bit of parts.
Okay. So let's go to missions. Okay, next stop is Atlas Park.
Ouroboros Park.
Yep.
I got an Ouroboros portal if you guys want.
Oh no, I got one. I keep forgetting to use it.
No problem. I'm back here at the door. If,
I just put mine up because I'm atop of the building. I already started flying away.
All right. Hey, False, I got one right here.
Yep.
Okay. I'll wait till you're done there.
So, yeah, this one's just like a turn-in object type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just hang out in the Ouroboros until...
Yep. Let you know where we're going next.
Yep.
Smart move.
From there.
I've been taking advantage of selling stuff every time I've been here.
Yeah. Sears and Roebuck, or just Mender Roebuck in this case.
Ooh. I didn't realize how that many magic crickets. I was 60 something. That a little bit.
Messing with those girls?
You haven't followed me.
Hey, we are going to Steel Canyon.
On it. Alright, Steel Canyon, I'll probably just hit up Independence and go from there. I don't think so. Yeah, that's right.
I'm just going to take the train.
Yeah. Well, I'm up here in Oro, so it's like,
I'm in Atlas, so I'm right next to the train.
I just took the base thing. That takes me right to it.
I gotta get used to doing that again. Times. Right.
I think this mission might actually get me level.
What? I should probably brought in a lower level character. I got plenty of functionals, pretty good builds and all that. But yeah, I brought in the Amazon.
Hey, bring what you want. It's all about having fun. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sometimes I run low-level character runs so people can get some XP on them. Characters get a few more powers, a few more slots.
Yeah.
But it is about what they want to do. I made a character to run with Little Sis. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you probably met them, but Little Sis, they run the little green goblin. But I made a bunch of little green goblins. Kind of a theme thing.
Cool.
What?
That was probably a theme back in the day on the server. Goblin thing.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I should make a troll, but you can find those anywhere on the internet. So but whoa.
Yeah, this is one of the big movies, right?
I got to turn down my sound effects too. I don't know what to do.
I turn off my sound when I'm on the voice chat. It's
Right.
eliminated.
I have mine on for one reason alone. The stream.
Yeah. So people can
That's
enjoy
that's why I'm asking you guys to repeat every so often.
Yeah, I like the master. I like the beasts. I do like the beasts. They're good. I mean, and as far as what they do, doing melee crits every so often, it's pretty cool too.
Go.
How you doing up there, False? You good up there?
Pretty good. I'm still kind of working my way through groups up here.
All right. Here we go.
I have to get everyone, so.
Good to the last drop, eh? XP. Yep.
What?
Yep.
Oh, this guy doesn't need XP. These are fully.
Why into me?
Bunch of Amazons just ran by me.
Oh, yeah. What?
I'm sitting here fighting, a bunch of Amazons run right by me.
Get them, girls, get them. No, you gotta over it, you know. We had I forget who I was playing with, but every time we were playing, they would run. We were fighting Knives of Artemis, I think it was, and for some reason I couldn't even hold their aggro. I mean, I had a tank, and I couldn't. They would run by me. Sometimes I'd taunt them. They'd stop for a second, look at me, and then they'd run by me again, and go after. I think it was Mace, one of his characters, and I was like, "Dude, what are you doing? I can't even keep these people's. I can't keep the aggro. What's going on with this? Did I get nerfed or something?" And it's like, what did you do to these girls? It's like a sorority, and they are just not having it with you.
So Axel's like, Amazon's chasing you. Play Billy Hill's theme song.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you pissed these sisters off.
You're screwed.
I know. There's nothing I can do to keep their aggro. You best apologize. Own up for what you did. Oh, no. I thought we went through that room already. I could be wrong.
Well, there's definitely a guy here where I am.
Okay, all right.
At least a guy.
At least I probably just only thought I think I know what I did. Probably skipped that whole thing and thought I went through it. You know, that's what you get when you reveal map. You don't realize where you've not been.
I remember this whole.
You know, the only problem I have, False Hurricane, with your character, you keep flashing everyone.
The blind thing is the only thing is my only other attacking I might use. All my other powers are flashing other
In
ways.
fact, in all honesty, with how much you've been flashing people, I'm surprised you haven't been arrested yet.
I was gonna say, you know, it's like give me some exposure there, right? It's like
It's technically blind. Technically, it's blind.
No,
If we're going to play technically.
Oh, Liger, what's your health, Joe? Oh, your health.
Yeah, I see it.
I thought you guys could be up there, I suppose, helping. We got a group like opened up the doorway over here, but I don't know about that.
You know, it's not any fun if you don't make your teammates freak out at least once during a mission.
There you go. Okay, I see what you guys got left there. We just got a map exposed because we got the numbers down. Oh.
Gotta make sure we
So it's like I used to play with this guy back in life that was he had a tank and he was inbound super strength. He was active military at the time, but he was stationed, so it worked out for him. And he redid his build one day, and he was just loving it, just loving that build. He was like, "It's so cool, so great." And me and the other healer on the we had 2 empaths on that team, and we're like, you know, I saw when she was healing, and I knew when I was healing, and he never noticed his build it full great, and it was like, yeah, there's a healer or 2 behind that every great tank has a healer. Yeah, he's after the nerf a few of them.
And there's level.
Excellent. What level did you just hit there?
I am now 40.
Okay, so 41, you get another power too.
Yeah.
But the 3 slots is really good. I mean, very welcomed at this point. So it looks like you got 2 ghosts up there. I'm down here at the bottom room.
Yeah, we're just exploring the very
intricate map. It's actually a more interesting map, I might add.
Yeah.
You got plenty of intersections. So back in, I actually recommended at one point is that if they had a power pool set called Enhanced Senses, where they could they made them legacy powers, like you know reveal map. I thought it'd be kind of cool if they had like a power set that could do that.
Okay, let's head down to where Amazon is.
Yep.
So that's where I'm working with.
And I could have cleared these guys for you, I think, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure you guys were part of the fight, but I can clear them if you want.
That's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just making sure we.
Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, I'll start moving on, guys. I mean, I say I think I can clear them, but I'm, you know, it's one of those things. As long as I don't overpull, I'm good.
And then you overpull.
yeah, and then that's that debt bar I got there. You know, how did I get that debt bar?
I'm not far behind, so.
Yeah. Oh, I got the right group. There's one more group down here, though. Or at least there's a couple more encounters. Yeah, definitely do whatnot. Where are these guys? Over here in this corner. Got him right here. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, Spirit. Yeah, he's a boss. Like a boss.
Okay, I think that's it.
All right. Bailing.
Failing, I'm gonna go level up. Go about here.
If you want, if you like running the missions and you like getting the XP, I can bring in a different tune you can set the difficulty up to probably +3, whatever we're doing. And
yeah, we're doing ×4 +0 right now.
Right, it's up to you guys. Yeah.
And I in about 15 minutes. I'm logging off.
Well, sorry, I was gone for a while. I had to go take care of errands and whatnot.
Hey,
but
not a problem. Your life
that stuff
takes
comes first.
priority.
That takes
Okay,
priority. Well, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I just figure that you know that this was going on, and
no, I appreciate it, Falls. Putting me in, that was great. Loved it. Like I said, it was just bad timing on my part, you know.
Yeah, again, that's why I popped it real fast before I popped over here.
There we go. Guys, earned.
Now, next time I see Liger on, I'll give you a holler.
Yeah, I'm on every Sunday from 2 p.m. Pacific time to 4 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm Pacific time as well. All right.
I'm on Eastern time, so kind of depending on I may
Plus,
be
plus
I may
3.
be off. I may pop on for a little while and pop off, then pop back on again. He controlled by various log on, log off patterns during this winter, depending on what's going on at home and everything.
Yeah, so Amazon, this character's only played when I do this community gameplay live stream. No other times do I play this character. And it's to play with people within the City of Heroes community and or my YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. I've seen your Liger on before. I just didn't realize it was, makes sense.
Yep. So he was created for that whole entire purpose.
Awesome. Awesome, yeah. Now I got bunches of characters. I gotta kind of sit down and trick one out. You know?
Yeah, I got a bunch of characters now. I'm at 50.
Yeah.
Not a natural 50, should I say. Because, I mean, you go on to Purgatory, will give you a level 50 right off the bat.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I think I even got, I forget, it used to be called Cake, but now, is that Purgatory now? Or
No.
Is that, no.
So, that's New Dawn now.
New Dawn, yeah.
Purgatory is a server ran by someone who came from New Dawn.
Right. Yeah. I have to admit, I have a hard time giving up Thunderspy. If there was a better server out there, I like being able to customize my pets to where they got different.
I mean, you want to customize your pets. Thunderspy is it. You can't go anywhere else. But however, if you want to do achievements in game that matter, Rebirth is the place.
And when you say achievements, that's actually a thing in City of Heroes, achievements and accolades, but...
Well, I'm talking about such as, you know how like Homecoming, all the other servers have made it so you can get any, you get access to all the costume pieces?
Yeah.
So Rebirth has taken the stance of no, if it was locked behind a recipe or a merit reward, we're keeping it locked behind a recipe or a merit reward.
Yeah, not hand out everything for free.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And even some of the stuff that was on the cash shop, they put into the game as, okay, you need to do this to unlock it.
Right.
And that I like.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because then I feel like a sense of accomplishment was done. Like I have a character that that uses the insect wings, and that's locked behind a recipe that drops. I spent a long time working to get that recipe to drop, and then also gain the ingredients for that recipe to make that costume piece.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's it. What do you feel about supergroup bases? The way Homecoming does it, it's pretty much just makeup.
Yeah, and Thunderspy does the same thing. They call them apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, I was kind of thinking that's one thing I do like about the supergroup bases. It's still an achievement because it's labor time intensive.
Exactly. And it's mainly just meant for decorative, a place to hang out.
Yeah, it's got a few good utilities, I have to admit, but you're right. It's mainly, I mean, I could stream and show you a little corner of a base I made for somebody. And then it's got a lot of detail. It's a fun looking base, but the functionality is in a different section of the base, the teleport and all the amenities. So. But it's not the focus of the game.
Yeah,
none of
not.
None of the base is the focus of the game.
It's just a fun place to hang out, and that's one of the things I plan on doing. Is I do want to make a base for controlled chaos.
Yeah,
and stuff like that, and then also because I have the rogue traders on Thunderspy, I want to make a base for the rogue traders and make it have a Warhammer 40,000 feel.
Oh, no. So I just recently got a guy to try out Thunderspy, and he's Warhammer 40k. I'm going to do some Space Marine Mastermind. I'm going to have a squad.
You're going to want to keep an eye on the updates, because coming soon will be Space Marine shoulder pads, bolt pistols, and bolters are coming to Thunderspy. 100% guarantee. In fact, check my community tab. You will see pictures of them. Little extra hint. The models for those pieces, I 3D modeled.
That was you.
That was me.
Oh no, I heard. Oh no. Okay. So here's the. I got a guy who's probably going to do a Space Marines themed Mastermind. I know the kind of build you probably would want to do for it, but it's going to be whatever you're going to do, right?
Yeah, I did soldiers.
Mercs. Yeah,
yep.
Soldiers, mercs. That's the one. Also, though, the you could whatever you want to do for the secondary, but I think the secondary that really works well. Now, again, City of Heroes from the beginning and in the server as well, it was built around a principle of you're going to give up something to get something.
Yep.
And which is cool. Okay, it really does challenge the whole cookie cutter concept, which I like. But for me, I did a Sonic Merc, a Merc Sonic, and those guys are freaking ridiculous tanks.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do quite the damage I want them to do.
Yeah, my first Mastermind was a Merc's Poison.
Yeah.
And Axel's like, I always do the capes, auras, and costume unlock missions, even when I don't need to, and that's cool. You know, it gives you something to do, Axel. I'm just waiting for them to add in, more content. And what I'd love to see is for like Rebirth to add in new costume pieces that would be locked behind some kind of, recipe, reward system, merit system, whatever. That'd be really cool for them to continue that on.
Right. Makes sense. I like some of the stuff they did, but I could actually think of a different, a slightly different way of doing the whole recipe system. Slightly different than what they do here, but basically, think of it this way. Say you got like what they do now here is you're going to need. You got 3 tiers of ingredients here. You got tier 1, common, uncommon, and rare.
Yeah.
Right. But instead of doing it, it would encourage trade, which unfortunately Thunderspy is still a low population server, so that may not be the greatest idea. But you can buy the ingredients. But buy them according to your, like for instance, let's say you're a magic mastermind with thugs and force. What your whenever you get a set or something that takes ingredients, it literally requires, like, instead of having magic, and you could have one for each archetype. You could have common, uncommon, and rare components for each archetype, and then that way you could, like, for instance, on a magic mastermind of the same build, they're taking magic components to build their powers. But on the same build with the same recipe, on a natural, they're taking, like, and of course they'd have different names, like technique. You're literally using a technique you picked up somewhere. So in the game, someone gets a component they don't normally use, they could put it up on the market. It kind of represents, passing on the knowledge kind of thing, or the tech. I mean, you could do that. That would be the only minor difference.
Yeah, and I actually like that idea for one simple reason. It brings Origins more into the reason of being in the game. Yeah. And it makes it so that, you're going to have that one recipe for that enhancement or whatever, but you're going to need to build it differently for each type of character you have.
According to your knowledge, your background, right.
Exactly.
Your reason for having a power. Yeah. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You know, and again, it wouldn't make it too complicated, but I do like the idea that you wouldn't even need the SOs as they are. You don't have to get rid of the SOs as they are now. But if you're ever going to construct something, it's according to your theme, your origin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and of course they'd have their different names. You like. I forget. I actually had to figure this out. For tech, you could have components, and then you could for science, you could have theorems, and then uncommon from theorem, you'd have particles, and then finally, I forget what it's called. But in the rare, it could be something else. Like what is it called? I had this all figured out, but something more exotic in science.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an idea. It was an idea.
It's a cool idea. I like the idea, and I think I might do a video talking about that idea to enhance crafting.
Yeah. Well, and it drives home the whole what's my origins for. I do like where they took origin. They have a power pool that has origin theme to it, like gadgetry here in Thunderspy.
Yeah.
But if anyone can select it, it's kind of one of the. I mean, I'm okay with that, but I mean, kind of like having origins, having something that makes them unique about it. It just may be enough to have unique. But that's the kind of components you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that adds uniqueness really to Origins is the story.
Yeah.
But then anyone can take any Origins story and play it. I remember when it used to be, in order to play that origin story, you had to be of that origin.
Or have a teammate who was running on that origin and you could run along with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
There's only, and like there were badges you could only, like the Spelunker badge was was it magic or something? Yeah.
I also remember when mobs would always spawn outside of players. And then they got rid of that. And that was a sad day. That was a really cool thing. Did we put False Hurricane to sleep?
Poor guy is really burning the candle at both ends there. I think he was up to make sure that he was running with you.
No, he doesn't
He's
need
probably
to
been
be.
out all night. Yeah, no, all night and all day. You know what I'm saying? All night and all day.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'll get going here.
Yeah, I need to get going, so I'll let you go, and I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank everyone for watching, and have a great day, and see you next stream.
Cool, thank you.